Hi everyone, welcome back to Space Engineers Multiplayer Survival. Now, this is pretty much straight off the last episode, so I haven't done anything in between off camera or anything. So, yeah, we'll need to go and keep getting more iron. But, yeah, I want to talk a wee bit more about what we want to do in this here series, just to make things a wee bit more interesting than that. So, the plan is, well, I actually don't have a plan. This is purely like, what do you call that, spree of the moment or whatever. So it's going to be completely random. There is no plan to it. About 2 months back, I actually did have a whole series planned out, and it was called Lone Survivor. You might have seen it in one of the other episodes there, where I was trying to open up this here, like one of these here multiplayer worlds, and I accidentally clicked on my actual world saves, and one of them was called Lone Survivor. That was a planned Space Engineers series that I was going to do. It was going to be, well, it wasn't going to be what do you call it? It wasn't going to be a continuation of Operation Exploration in a way. So what it was, as the name suggests, was Lone Survivor. And where did that node go to? Oh, there it is. So the way it was going to work was that we were going to pretend that we had just crashed on a planet, and it was, in a way, I suppose, a sequel to Operation Exploration. So what was going to happen was, it was going to be like kind of like a continuation. So we've crashed on the planet, whatever, and the ISS, or the International Space Station, that we had built had made an orbit around the planet that we had crashed on, and eventually crashed like something like 25 kilometers away from where we landed. And the idea was that we were going to use parts of it to try and build stuff. It was just going to have the basics on it, enough to get started on like to make tools and stuff, and like make assemblers and refineries. It was just going to have the absolute basics on it. And then the thing was a bit like this here, where we just start off small and get bigger and bigger as we progress. I cancelled the series. I actually did record an episode on it. I recorded the episode, I was very happy with it, and was going to put it out. I'd actually started editing and stuff. I had made music for it. I had a load of stuff planned for it, and then I thought about it, and I was like, I don't want to do it, because I was doing Farming Simulator, and I barely had enough time for it. And I sort of sat down and I was like, why am I starting a series that I know that I'm not going to be able to put 100% of my free time into, or not 100%, but like close enough to it. Like Farming Simulator was pretty much taking up 75% of my free time. The other 25% was like doing my own stuff outside, like computer and that there, and doing different things, watching TV and that. But I wanted to do a bit of YouTube, and I was in the mood for it. But like I was doing Farm Simulator, and like 75% of the time was taken up doing that. And I was like, where am I going to find the time to do it? Like I barely can spend like 2 hours playing Farm Simulator, 2 hours gameplay, and then 1 hour editing. Well, it's not even an hour, it's about 10 minutes editing the video. And I'm not going to have enough time to do this. So I thought about it, slept on it, and then what I done was, I kind of regret doing this, I just went into the folder and deleted it. Deleted everything. At that stage I didn't have any templates made, or thumbnails. There was no thumbnails made, so there was nothing. There was no real work done. All I did was spend an hour, or near close to 2 hours, recording an episode, being happy with it, and then sleeping on it, and then deleting it. Because I said at the time I'm not going to have enough. But I regretted deleting it so much, because I could have kept it and went back to it. Like, there was nothing wrong with it just sitting there on my computer. I could have kept it. And I didn't. So that's why we don't have another series. A couple of people that follow me on Discord did message me and said, you getting back into Space Engineers? And for those that are watching this and the ones that have messaged back, I did tell you that I was only doing it to record scripting tutorials, but it was actually recording the footage for Lone Survivor. It consisted of 4 half-an-hour sessions. So what I'd done was record for half an hour, paused it, stopped the recording, done a couple of wee things, went back to it and done that 4 times. And it was enough for people to see that I was playing Space Engineers, and I was asked, are you doing a new series? And I said, no, I'm just doing scripting tutorials. Because I wanted to keep it as a surprise. And yeah, it was not another. And then because, well, I see now, Lone Survivor now, that was recorded about 4 or 5 months ago. A bit close to about that, yeah. 4 or 5 months ago. So the fact that I haven't put out in about 4 or 5 months, people probably thought, oh yeah, it was just scripting tutorials. Now, in fairness to them, I was actually recording scripting tutorials. I was doing a couple of wee things. I've kind of lost the will of doing them as well. It's a bit weird. You know, like when you hear about people on YouTube, you know, like big YouTubers, whenever they get no like comments and stuff back, majority of it's no like it's good, it's positive, and then they get like that 1 to 10% of people that have negative things to say. Now the thing was, I was doing scripting tutorials purely because, well, first of all, I used to do programming. Second of all, I love Space Engineers. And then third of all, I liked sort of the teaching aspect of things, so I thought, well, sure, let's put them all together. And let's put them all together and make scripting tutorials. Because there was one YouTuber that was doing scripting tutorials for Space Engineers, but they quit them after about 4 or 5 episodes. And I said, well, let's do it a bit more, and let's integrate a few more things, make it a bit more fun. So I did do that. Always went well. Months went by. It just gained views slowly. Months went by, and I think it was getting an average per video. I was thinking I was getting like 1 comment per month, because it is a small channel. Like I'm not going to get that much comments. But for those videos, they're my best performing videos on this here channel. Scripting tutorials. Most of the comments are good, and then you get the 1 or 2 people that write a couple of things, and you're like, yeah, well, you know, I know, like I take criticism somewhat well, but see, when it comes to IT, I just in general do not like the community. Do not like the IT community at all. I really despise it. It's one of the reasons why I left it. For those that know me personally or whatever, or know me through Discord and talking on like that there, I used to be an IT network technician and a software developer as well, as in building websites and the likes, programming, automation and all that there, doing a bit of C, you know, like C#, and then doing a bit of Arduino and stuff in the background. When I say the IT like the IT sort of work thing itself is completely toxic. It really is. And I despise it so much. I have never met such what's the word? I've never met such a toxic environment in any job that ever. I've worked in factories building stuff. I have worked on building sites. I have done odd jobs here and there, and I can say with 100% certainty that IT is the most toxic environment you can ever work. Is that toxic that I decided to have a career change in 2022, where I went from being an IT engineer to becoming well, now at the moment I'm a site supervisor for my current job, so that entails going on to construction sites and supervising them, and I can say I prefer it so much to the point that I wish I had done it sooner. It's so much better. People are just more genuine. What I found with IT was everybody's trying to one-up you. like somebody might find something quicker, a quicker way of doing it, but they'll not disclose it to you because like, oh, I can do that quicker, so I'm not going to tell anybody. I hate that sort of thing. It was never something that I ever wanted to do or partake in, and I don't like the way people try to do that. Like if I ever found a quicker way of doing stuff on a computer, I always shared it to my colleagues. Like, here, see that script we were making for doing, like, say for example, changing, I don't know, like changing the first name of every employee in the business. I found a quicker way of doing it. I used to give them the script and say, here, just run this. Just simply take the Excel file with all the employees' names, push it in here, and click go in the script. And what it'll do is it'll rip all the first names associated with their employee IDs and adds it to it. Slap bang, that was it, done. That saved so much time having to go and manually do stuff. And then you get some other people that would do something similar. They would find a quick way of doing it and they wouldn't disclose it. It's like as if they enjoy watching your stuff or doing it. And I know I've had this rant before in some of my other videos where I've explained, you know, like just how toxic and all it is, but it just really is worth seeing. It really is. So I don't want to put anybody off IT. Now, at the end of the day, like the IT itself, the job itself, is grand. It's 100%. It's literally the people. I suppose that's the way in any job. It's usually the people that ruin it. But that's one of the things. I don't want to put people off. If anybody's going into doing IT, I don't want to put them off from it. IT is great. No, like the job itself. No, like something you're doing are great. Yes, it can get a bit repetitive, but it is quite literally the people that make it unbearable. And having worked, like I'm just over 1 year in the current company I'm with now, as a site supervisor. I came in as a graduate because I went from one career to the other. The only thing was I was very passionate about engineering to the point that I used to watch YouTube, read books and different things on like engineering. I used to watch like loads of stuff on. I noticed I was watching more videos about engineering than it was about IT. Like for example, I'd be browsing YouTube and then somebody would be explaining like how centrifugal force works on a bicycle wheel, and you're like, ooh, and you're looking at that, and the maths and all behind it's very interesting. And with IT, you might like come across a video where somebody's like explaining, oh, here's scripts, and it's like yawn, or I can be while watching this, or whatever, or here's something here that'll improve your IT skills more. Now some of them are very interesting, but some of them are a bit stretched out. I don't know if people are trying to make YouTube videos a bit more interesting, but I always found engineering that more interesting, like especially sort of like between like mechanical and sort of civil side of stuff. It's very interesting, you know, like that you can turn literally something from a drawing into something physical. It's just something weird, something satisfying about it. But yeah, I'm happy with the transition I've made, and I can safely say that I will not be returning to IT anytime soon. Now, I have been used for IT, well, what would you say? I've provided IT support in my current job because most of the people in my job are engineers of some sort. They're not IT technicians, although some would be tech savvy. And I've been used a couple of times just for questions like consultation about different things, and I'm happy to give it because at the end of the day, IT itself, it is interesting. It's just literally the people, and I find with my current job and others that I've worked with, ooh, getting distracted. I find that people are a little bit more thankful and are a bit more appreciative of your help, and vice versa. Like sometimes I have issues with things at work, and I don't belong asking somebody, and they come and tell me, and I'm appreciative of them. So it's one side helps the other. So it's kind of like I scratch your back, you scratch mine, in some ways. I don't know if I put it like that, but yeah, I just prefer the job a lot more. I'm a lot happier. And then in terms of mental health as well, it's a lot better. When I'm out on site, I'm outside, I'm in the sun or rain sometimes, because I am living in Ireland after all. So you get the 4 seasons in one day. You get your winter, spring, summer and autumn all in one day usually. And yeah, it's nicer to be outside and just mixing with different people, interacting with them. Like there has been times when I was working IT, I'd be on the computer flat out, and has been times where I haven't seen daylight for 3 days. So I'd be on the computer at 7 o'clock in the morning, come off at 4 o'clock in the evening, be completely wrecked because of the tasks I was doing, go and watch TV, straight to bed, repeat 3 days, and haven't seen the sun. I've only had a reality check, and I said, this is not healthy. So I said, I need to do something about this. And so I did. Oh. I just realized that I have welded up the wrong thing there. I've taken the 40 construction components and computers for that. Let's add these back in. Engine, cockpit. So, yeah, that's the current situation at the moment. It might seem like I've gone off a bit of a rant. Maybe I have gone off on a rant. It feels like it anyway. But I don't want to put anybody off from doing engineering at all. Engineering, IT. Again, as I say, it depends just who you work with. I just got tired of it. Tired of the people. Oh, wrong thing. Drill. Anyway, so yeah, so we'll hopefully get this here finished off in this episode. I know I did say I'll try and get it done in the last episode, but let's be real here, we weren't gonna. Oh, I went to the wrong one. I'm supposed to go to this one. Wait a minute. Oh, that's the silicone one. Ah, right, here we are. Right, let's go on in. We'll try and keep this thing topped up as much as possible. It's not assembling anything at the moment, is it? What is it waiting on? Oh, have we actually ran out of nickel? I think we've run out of nickel. Yeah. Looks like we've run out of nickel. So let's go and get some. Where was the nickel? Did I see? Cobalt and silver. Joe, what we could do is we could probably mount this here on a rotor. Yeah, I think what we could probably do is mount this here on a rotor. So let's get it dismantled.
Inventory full.
I'll dump all that stuff in there. And we'll move it about. We need as much stuff as possible. And it did do the job yesterday. It done a very good job yesterday. Just a wee bit slow. But the price to pay for automation. Throw that in there. Right, what we'll do is we'll put a rotor here. An advanced rotor. Oh, what's the advanced rotor? 3x3. What's that about? And then we put a conveyor block on top. I should be using the DLCs a bit more, because I paid for them for the reason that was to use it. We could probably actually get away with using a bend. That should help in performance. And a piston here. Yeah. And piston there. Another bend here. And a piston here. And a drill here. Perfect. So we'll just get this welded up. Cancel those for a second. I've run out of stuff. Let's build this here up anyway. So this is what we'll do, is we'll turn it every few degrees or something. Alright, so do. That's that. That's that. I could do the energy here. Why do we have so much stuff there? Oh, I forgot to do the bottom bit.
Energy critical.
Right, let's cancel these here for a second. So we need this, 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 and the rest is complete. Yeah. Let's get energy here first before we run out. It's probably because I got the light on. I think the light consumes quite a lot of energy too. Though it really shouldn't. This is Space Engineers after all. Oh. Build this here up as far as we can get it. Come on, 2 computers. Right, so we're literally waiting on 2 computers. There's definitely 2 computers in this thing. I refuse to believe that there's not. Unless they were used for the... that's fair enough. Let's make 100 of these. Right, let's set these here up. So let's see, that's going to share inertia. How do I share inertia again? I thought those were able to share inertia. This definitely has thing for sharing inertia. Oh, apparently not. Right, let's see, velocity, we want to change that. There, leave that. Just lock the rotor. And let's turn it on. Oh, maybe we should set a limit. So let me see, where's the current thing on this? So that's 0 degrees, so we want it to go a maximum of 90 degrees that way and 90 degrees the other way. So minus 90. So let's control panel, let's see. Lower limit, minus 90. Upper limit, 90. And we want it to go over and back, no sort of sweep. Right, so anyway, that should do. Let's get this going. I'm gonna turn the basic refinery off. Because this one can handle it so much quicker. Yeah, it's nickel that we ran out of. I'm gonna set this here to go the maximum distance of 3. There we go. Quite a bit of stuff left to make. Oh, connection problem. Oh, that was close there. I nearly hit the I've died that with that happening before, where it just sort of spasms out a wee bit. Let's bring this to 6. Ideally what you want is like a screw. So if anything that needs to... Yeah, we probably should have something that rotates around. Bring that back up. And the fallout. And reverse. Do you know what I could actually do? Is I could actually set up a script that'll do this here automatically for us. So all it's literally doing is doing what we're doing, but just changing the steps. So like rotate around, like what is that? What current degrees is that at? 347, so it's 360, so every 13 degrees, say 15, every 15 degrees it turns around. Puts this here out to 3, down, up, 3 down and up, 3 down and up, fold back in, turn 15 degrees and repeat, and that's all it does. It's a very simple script. Although just rotating, Joe would probably make this a lot better if we put in a rotor on there and a piston and a set of drills that rotated on the thing. That would probably make things a wee bit better. It means we'll have to change out all that there, pretty much. I'll tell you what we'll do though. Let's set the limit to this here to 3. I just want to see how far that goes down with 3. We can go down another bit. Let's go to 5, say. Oh. Oh, that's too far. It must have lagged there. So 3 seems to be good enough. Let's go with that. What's that like? Aha. Right, now what we'll do is we will set the rotation of this here to velocity, but we'll change that now. Let's change that to 0.1. Oh, I need to take the rotor lock off as well. So what that'll do is that rotate around. I might be able to go a bit faster. 0.2. Let's go with 0.2. Just double that. So that should go round until it. So this here will probably be quicker. Connection problem. See what's that? Still working our way there. Ooh, we've got a lot of iron, that's good. Maybe we should turn on the other refinery. The more the merrier. Oh, there's somebody. That's friendly. It hasn't hit its limit yet, so I'm a wee bit worried. Oh, it has. Now let's take it in 3 meters. Reverse. Minimum distance 6. And let's reverse the polarity of this. So we'll take the top layer off and then revolve around. I hope you're not taking stuff from my pilings. I hope to God you're not stealing stuff, because I need all this. I think he's friendly anyway. Well, I hope so anyway. If he probably wanted to grief me, he would have cut the connector off. so just that. That's not enough. Right, so we're waiting on displays and bulletproof glass. So let's expedite those.
Energy critical.
So which one's making those? Oh, none of them is making it. Oh, that's perfect. Pretty good. I just hope he doesn't go in my cryo chamber because that'd be a wee bit annoying. Oh, I actually didn't go this way here yet, so let's extend this after it's done, and then it looks like the limit. Yeah, so let's put that out another bit. Full way. And reverse.
No
Oh.
energy.
Let's get those two. Did I just see sparks there? No, apparently not. Let's go the other way. So we'll go back here and pull it in and go round that way. We'll do taps as we go along. Okay. Right, so production. Let's get them power cells done ASAP. I think what we'll do is we'll end the episode there. So hopefully not. You better not ruin this. I'd be so sad if you do. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll end it here. In the next episode, we'll just continue off pretty much what we're at. And yeah, I'm just really nervous now because I don't know players in this game. They're very unpredictable sometimes. But yeah, in the next episode we'll continue making this here anyway, but I'm just going to keep this going here for a while and keep an eye on this here player. I don't want to log off until he's gone because I don't want to, you know, he seems friendly enough. I think if he wanted to do anything he would have done it. Although that's saying that, we don't know. But anyway, that's it for this here episode. Thanks again for watching. If any comments or any suggestions, do put them down below or visit Discord channel that's linked in the description. Follow the Discord channel for the schedule as well as the information board there. You'll be able to see what games we're playing as well as when those games are coming out onto YouTube. If you're enjoying the content, do consider subscribing and drop a like and enjoy what you see. As you know, it helps show what people are interested in the most, and I'll try and focus on those areas a bit more in the future. But other than that, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I would like to give a massive shout out to the channel donators. You help make these videos possible.